I will start a project like my RX7. I will get 98% done and then get distracted with another car. Hence the Subaru above me and the Subaru at Fab. I see a shiny thing and I get excited and I go to the shiny thing, and I need to work on that. I need to stop that. I am not touching the Subaru or any other project until this car is done. At least done with everything that I can get through it. We have a couple problems with the RX7. You see, I need to start daily driving this because my lady's GTI goes to the body shop. She needs a vehicle to drive, so she's taking my truck. So I need something to drive, rain or shine, which is going to be the FD. Now you see, the FD doesn't have windshield wipers. It doesn't have vehicle speed. It doesn't have fuel level. And a lot of the interior panels are not put back in, and the car needs to be cleaned pretty bad. So the biggest I can't do anything about fuel level though, because the fuel level sensor is broken, so I have to buy a new one, but that's beside the point. I need to stop jumping from project to project and just finish one. So we're gonna finish the FD in this video, and then we're gonna hopefully get it tuned next week when the tuner has availability. So, and it's gonna go in the dyno, so we'll see how much power it makes. I think we're only doing pump gas to start with, but it still needs to get done. I already started tearing apart the RX-7 yesterday because I thought this was all just gonna be a quick fix for the wheel speed, or for the vehicle speed, because that's where I started, and it's not. To find out, the engine harness that I bought for the Elite 2500, it is not a Haltech engine harness. That is pinned wrong again. If you guys have been following the RX-7 series, you'll know the TPS was pinned wrong, the ignition coils were pinned wrong, the fans were pinned wrong, the vehicle speed is also pinned wrong. I have continuity tested SPI 3, which is the wire dedicated for vehicle speed from the ECU to the sensor, and it doesn't go there. I don't know where it goes. It goes somewhere, but not there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reallocate that vehicle speed to a wheel speed sensor. Because we do not have an ABS module in this car anymore, the wheel speed sensors essentially don't do anything. So we're going to kidnap the right rear wheel speed sensor for our vehicle speed, and that's how we're gonna track vehicle speed. We're gonna have to go calibrate the car afterwards, and we should have functional vehicle speed. After that, I think we're gonna jump to the windshield wipers, because this is actually quite an annoying one that needs to be fixed, because I live in Washington. I can't drive the car without windshield wipers. What we need to do is come in here, reallocate some of these wires, which essentially is just going to be an SPI, which is SPI 3, and a signal ground, and we're gonna route both of those underneath the carpet, all through this, into the rear bins, to that wheel speed sensor harness right there. In theory, we should have working vehicle speed again. Actually, we should have it. I've never had it in this car. We should have vehicle speed. We have SPI 3 coming from the ECU and a signal ground, routing underneath the carpet, going into the rear bin, connecting up to the wheel speed sensor in there. To figure out what wires you use, you're gonna assign them in your computer for what wire does what. For us, we're using SPI 3. Now keep in mind, this is a diagram for an R3 ECU like we have in the Subaru. Well, we have an Elite 2500 in the RX-7. Now, when it comes to wiring up a sensor, a lot of people get really scared or confused on how they work. Now, to wire up a sensor, this is a cam position sensor, so we'll use this as an example. You need to know what the sensor does. Is it a Hall effect? Is it a reluctor? Essentially, you just need to know what the purpose of the sensor is. In our case, with our wheel speed sensor, we need it to detect the teeth that are on the rear axle, and then it does all this crazy calculation based off of a collaboration. What is the word I'm looking for? Calibration. And after that calibration, the car will know how fast it's going. So with most 2-wire sensors, you're going to have a signal ground, and you're going to have an AVI, or an analog voltage input. Or with some sensors specifically, you'd use an SPI, which is a synchronized pulsed input. And if you're ever confused on like what wire does what, you can pull up the factory wire diagram for the car, or if you have a standalone, they'll give you a diagram. And this diagram will tell you literally everything of what wire does what pin it's in. If you want to add stuff in, you can, how to change it. So it's not as, it sounds really, I feel like I'm making this sound way more confusing than it actually is. You just need to know what the sensor does, how many wires does the sensor have, If it has 2 wires, like I said, it's probably gonna be like an input or an analog voltage input, and then a sensor ground. It could have a DPO, which is a digital pulsed output, but like, I'm making this sound way more, I don't know how to make this sound more simple. Look at the diagram. Diagram tell you what wire go where. Run wire to sensor, sensor work after calibration. You have voltage going to the wheel speed sensor. So I mean, that seems like a good sign. I have to use like a GPS app on my phone to figure out when we're going 37 miles an hour. Hit calibrate on the computer and then calibrate it. No, I don't want a Windows update. Stop. I'm just gonna unbolt the windshield wiper, have the windshield wipers do a cycle, and then with the windshield wipers off, wherever that cycle ends is where we will set the start point for the wiper, if that makes sense. So I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm just gonna try it. Could work, might work, might not work. I don't know. Okay, so when I do this, they're both spinning. That one's moving. So why do they go down? The windshield wipers are trying to go down. At least I have to clean the windshield now, right? Oh my God, it says we're going like 700 miles an hour right now. Why is my steering wheel so far off? My steering wheel is definitely not put on straight. I gotta fix that real quick. There we go. I got a job for you. What? I got a job for you. When I say hit calibrate on that.
Dude, this is my first time in this shit.
You're the second person to ride in this car.
Oh my God.
We need to.
What?
Dude, it said I was going like 500 miles an hour earlier.
Dude, this thing is so sick. This is nuts. I would literally not have sex for the rest of my life to have this.
Yeah?
Alright.
I hit calibrate. And we're just gonna cruise at 40 for a minute. It says we're going 41 on here, 45 on here. Hang on, I'm gonna slow down. Try to get it a little more accurate. And come on. 38, 39. Calibrate.
Pressing it.
Beautiful.
Oh my God! Wow! Dude, this thing is ridiculous!
It's pretty accurate.
Oh my God, dude. This thing's so sick. This thing is so fucking tiny.
Yeah, what'd you expect?
Holy shit.
It's like a Miata, but for adults.
Love it.
So we got vehicle speed working, which is dope, but like right around like 0, like anything under 15, it just fucking blanks out, but it reads.
So are we pushing boost or what?
Yeah, that was like 6 PSI, man.
Damn, kill it.
You like that? Damn! Boost cut! You like that?
Dude, this thing is so tough.
You want one?
Oh, I need one. This thing's so sick. Oh my God! What? How'd that happen?
It knows what gear we're in too. That's windshield wipers to work.
I know, but
And then no, we're gonna go to the dyno next week. Oh, it's just shooting fire right now. You can hear the fireballs. That.
I love this thing. This thing
It makes all the turbo noises. Oh, why is he braking? You want the headlights up?
Oh, what?
Dude, pop-ups are where it's at, dude.
Dude, that looks so crazy.
With the pop-ups?
Yeah, that looks nice.
Oh, and I gotta adjust the headlights still, but that's easy.
Dude,
Yo.
this thing is baller, my boy.
Bro, I'm hyped that the fucking speed works now. Yeah, I said I was going like 500 miles an hour before I calibrated it.
Really?
It's like 580 miles an hour. I was like, oh, dude, I'm mobbing.
Can't step on it?
Nah, it'll go into overboost. It'll boost cut.
What?
It's shooting fire.
This turbo sounds, dude. Oh my god, it sounds so good. I could just fucking sit here all day. Sounds so sick. Alright, my boy.
Gracias, senor.
Yeah, fuck it. How do you get under here?
Yep, there you go. Send me that video!
Dude, that is ridiculous.
Send me that video!
Holy shit! I was not expecting that. Wild, dude. That is savage as fuck. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
No! I'm gonna go put...
Doug,
What?
I'll catch you later.
Alright. Let's see if we can get these windshield wipers fixed. I read that it's something about the home position on the wiper that needs to be reset. I just don't know where the home position is, so we're gonna have to find that out. We got vehicle speed calibrated and working, even though it said we were going 500 miles an hour at first. That's totally fine. I did find an oil leak that I supposedly fixed, so let's see if that's actually fixed. It was coming off the oil fill area. I don't see any smoke, so seems like a good sign. Is it still? It's still spitting out oil right there, dude. I think I just need a new gasket on that. It's spitting oil out right on the oil fill. So I'll order a new gasket for this tonight. It's not like it's like peeing out oil, but it's like definitely leaking. Oh, I know what the issue is. I'm a dummy. I'm a big dummy. I need that to vent. I don't know why my silly self. All right, well, good news. Vehicle speed works. That's progress, going in the right direction and getting this thing done. Secondly, the catch can. I don't know why I capped the catch can. That's the dumbest thing I've ever done. I've got this little swivel fitting that we're gonna put on top of the catch can, run a dash 10 hose underneath the car, and that's just gonna be a vent line for the catch can to the atmosphere. That was that. I mean, it would have just shot oil out everywhere, to be honest. It would have built up pressure out of the dipstick and shot it all out of the dipstick. So this way, it's got the most path of least resistance. Let's put a vent on our catch can. Go. Now we can put a fitting on here and just run a vent line. One thing I always keep is AN line, old AN line. You never know when you're gonna need it. Like, it comes in clutch. Sometimes you get pre-made lines that'll actually already work. I don't remember if that's a dash 8 or dash 10. This is a dash 10 line, so let me just test this. This will actually work as a vent line. It's already dash 10. It's already got the 90 on it, and this will just route underneath the car. It's perfect. And it's got a little straight fitting on here, so that way it keeps it, I guess, somewhat clean. So I guess I could put a filter on the bottom of it, which... Catch can actually vent now out like it's supposed to and not kick oil out of it. Because I was a dummy. There we go, look at that, proper catch can now. Now it'll work. On the catch can here, we now have a vent and it actually vents down through the fender under the car. So that is taken care of. Next up, I'm gonna tackle this windshield wiper arm situation. It's gonna suck. The issue is on the windshield wiper motor right here, when we rebuilt that, there's an arm behind it that needs to be in a very specific position. I'm also gonna go ahead and take out the whole windshield wiper arm assembly that's in the cowl and re-lubricate all of the little, they're like nylon bushings that everything moves on, because I did not do that, and I can definitely tell that the windshield wiper arms do feel a little tight when they're going. So that's got to come out, arms got to come out, whole assembly's got to come out, re-grease the assembly, put the assembly back in, and then find where the home position is on that. I'm pretty sure I need a new windshield wiper transmission assembly and motor. I think those ones are just cooked with how old they are. We rebuilt the motor with a JDM unit because I thought the JDM was the same as the left-hand drive and right-hand. They're not. Left-hand drive, right-hand drive motors are different. They do not bolt up, they do not work the same. So instead of that, we took a JDM one, tried to rebuild the left-hand drive one, and the way that the windshield wiper comes down and then it goes up, but not all the way, and then it comes down and stops in the middle. It doesn't matter how many times I reset the windshield wiper motor or adjust the arms, it just will not work on a lower speed. On a higher speed, it kind of works, but the issue is the passenger windshield wiper would get caught up and it would get stuck under the hood. So I swapped out the passenger one for the 20-inch for an 18-inch, and then I also did the good old trick of what I used to do in high school when my windshield wipers wouldn't work on my 88 XT, and I just Rain-X the shit out of the windshield. So I would take the FD home today, but I have some errands I need to run for, or I have some errands I need to use the truck for. So I do want to test it just to kind of see how it does. It is raining right now. Funny enough, it's Washington. Of course it's going to be raining. So let's let this thing warm up one more time, drive it around the parking lot, see if this is at least a drivable solution for the rain. I don't think it's gonna be permanent, obviously, or a good fix, but I think it might be a temporary solution. Let's see if our Rain-X solution worked. I'm gonna tell you now, I couldn't see anything out of this car the other day, which honestly, it seems like it's doing better. See, vehicle speed 0, and then it just picks up real fast. Like anything below 15 miles an hour, it takes a minute. Anything above 15, it does pretty good. Like I said, I just need, this is way more drivable than it was before. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I wanna get the windshield, why does it say we're in neutral? Now it says we're in first. So like anything under 15, it seems to be a little inaccurate for speed, but anything above 15, it's fairly accurate. I want to get the windshield a little more wet. Come on. I want to test these wipers. If not, the Rain-X seems to be working way better, especially once we get going at high speeds. At higher speeds, I guess I should say. It should all kind of like fall off. Especially with that smaller blade. All right. It seems to struggle right there. See, they stop there, so I have to like, and then like try to catch them right there. I mean, that's drivable, I guess. We at least have a way to clean the windshield now, so I guess I would say it's drivable. For working with what we got right now, I'd say that's pretty decent. What do you guys prefer, headlights up or headlights down? I think I'm a headlights up kind of dude. The only thing that I would consider like critical is fuel level, but I need to buy a new sensor for that. And I would like to get a proper alignment versus like my little garage one. It's whatever, I'm just gonna have to live with the windshield like wipers like this. If I put them on the lowest setting, what's it do? Right now we're on the lowest setting. It's not as bad, I guess. But like they stop there. I guess we're working with what we got on this thing right now. Which honestly, if it was sunny, it wouldn't be a problem. It would be totally fine. Let me see if I can catch them. Damn it. Maybe I can just like push them back down. For little stuff left on the RX7, I'm gonna order a fuel level sensor tonight so we can get fuel level working. I'm gonna order some brighter headlights. They make projectors for these. They have like blacked out housings with projectors, or I really want the Yuma lights, but it's really hard to justify spending $550 on some essentially fog lights. So I think I'm gonna do the projector upgrade for the headlights, get the fuel level sensor, and then once the wing is back, should be everything that I need for the car essentially. And then we'll hopefully be tuning next week on the dyno. So that's everything I have within my control to get the RX7 sorted. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I need to work on this and not project jump so much. I need to see one project through pretty much to the finish, and then I can start another project. So that is good. That's everything I have within my power to get the FD done. Once those other parts come in, as soon as the parts come in, we're gonna jump back on the FD, get those sorted, go get this thing tuned. I would like to get the fuel level working prior to going on the dyno because I really don't want to run out of fuel mid-pull because that will grenade this engine. So with that, that's all I got for you guys on this one. If you guys liked the video, if you're hyped for the RX7, go ahead and hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, cyan, whatever color it turns for you. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to be up at one of these corners, no idea which one quite yet, but with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. So peace out, homies. Woo!